So today it is all about Cine EI. I'll break down the components of this feature and answer questions I see frequently on this subject. So, with all that out of the way, let's get started. So the FX6 has dual native ISO, and this is reflected in Cine EI mode. Unlike in custom mode, in Cine EI you are limited to a low ISO value of about 800 or a high ISO value of 12,800. In theory, you film with the least amount of noise occurrence and maximum dynamic range within these ISO values. So for instance, I use the low ISO value of 800 maybe 90% of the time, and I click on over to the high ISO value only in exceptionally low light circumstances. Now, to elaborate on my workflow experience, I use Cine EI almost exclusively, unless of course I need a quick turnaround time, and I would then use something like S-Cinetone. It's a great Rec. 709 picture, and many clients that don't intend on grading heavily are happy with it. Getting back to Cine EI, I film in S-Gamma 3 Cine for all Cine EI projects. Generally, S-Gamma 3 Cine is what I recommend, as although it features less color information overall vis-a-vis S-Gamma 3, the reds and the very critical blues have more information on S-Gamma 3 Cine, and I say critical blues because blue can be an issue with noise artifacts. Also, I suggest using a preview LUT to guide filming. In the FX6, it's referred to internally as a VF proxy stream LUT. And be sure to never bake in your LUT, which is referred to as the internal rec option. Now, this is all highly subjective and some would say philosophical, but having maximum flexibility in the editing phase is always a good idea in my view. So firmware 4.0 added flexible ISO and Cine EI Quick. Now, I don't use either of those modes, I mainly stick with Cine EI, and I use the shortcut like the 3 button on my FX6 to toggle between high and low ISO values. Using a shortcut, it never gets in my way and it's instantaneous, and overall I enjoy filming with this shortcut to toggle between high and low ISO values. When it comes to the electronic variable ND filter and noise suppression, I do find the electronic variable ND to work synergistically very well with the camera. So I set it to auto, meaning if I film outdoors, the filter changes automatically to compensate for light fluctuations. Now moving on to noise reduction, which I think really complements the Cine EI system very well. It is one of my favorite features on the camera. I like to set my noise reduction to low. It is up to you though, and it is a matter of taste. Generally, I advise for the best possible noise reduction results to use Neat Video's noise reduction software to really target noise artifacts with the most amount of precision. And as I mentioned before, the electronic variable ND along with Cine EI and noise reduction, all of these features really work well synergistically, and especially with the electronic variable ND, when I set it to auto, I've never had an issue. So I hope that helps clear up Cine EI for you, or at the very least improve your workflow. And if it did, be sure to give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.